Then of course, the most prominent one is the phishing, where attackers usually send a phishing email on a mass scale, or a spear phishing, and with malicious attachment, link, and allow users, and various other techniques, which including even social media wishing, which allow user to ultimately give access to this to the malwares and ransomwares on their systems, and from there the attack starts, right? Apart from that, 60% of the cases are because of shadow IT, which means the assets which are not probably are there or not there in the asset inventory, but are left open for the attackers on the public internet. So just give you a number in terms of CVEs. We have seen 49 CVEs being added to the CISA database from the last few months, which have been targeted by ransomwares in just 2023, and 366 CVs were added in 2022, which were targeted by ransomwares. And this trend will continue, of course, with the end of 2023. A lot of other CVs will probably also make it into CISA, knowledge base of vulnerabilities. In shadow IT, I think one of the most prominent vector is using stolen credentials in desktop sharing software such as RDP, VPN, AnyConnect. Now, with the advent of remote working, when the workforce is all around the globe, the incidents of using stolen credentials and get access to the network and to some of the systems has increased drastically. This is because the collaboration is right now not limited to within the perimeter of the network. So as a result, using the stolen credentials. Now, where are the stolen credentials coming from? These are coming from various attack and breach databases, which were published for the last maybe 5 to 10 years, where billions and billions of credentials are available on dark web, and many of them are being reused by employees, intentionally, non-intentionally, on other systems, which probably works in the enterprise. Now, let me talk about some of the CVEs and which ransomwares and are targeting them. Now, ransomwares runs on GAS, Global Attack Surface. Yeah, that's a catchphrase. And then, so as I mentioned before, ransomwares go and target various, in scale, run scan on internet wide, and find potential target. So one of the CVE which we studied is CVE 2023, which is in FortiGo Anywhere command injection. And this CVE is being targeted by increasingly being targeted by Clock ransomware, which is Russian origin ransomware targeting worldwide organizations. And although it uses various attack vectors such as phishing, but then in this case, recently they have also utilized this CVE to target organizations and get initial foothold. Now, why this CVE has been targeted by this ransomware? The reason being that it has a global attack surface presence. I mean, just doing a search on few Shudan or other internet search engines, you can get a exposure of this CVE on the, like in US, the exposure of the CVE is like at least 897 targets are right now available with a strict search queries. I mean, right, after filtering out even the honeypots, and other, noise, we figured out that at least 897, FortiGo Anywhere software is being exposed outside just in United States. Uh, and as these are exposed outside, as you can see that it is, and if they are, and this is the latest CVE, by the way, and as the CVE is released, if those softwares are not patched within few days, as I said, then they have a risk of being exploited by cloud ransomwares. Now, just talking about bit about this vulnerability, now, if you just look at this vulnerability, it is a command injection vulnerability, which means it is remotely exploitable, and using a HTTP payload. So what attacker need to do is craft a HTTP based, exploit, not like RDP, buffer overflow, very simple, easy, probably is one of the, easier